welcome back to another Mediocre Monday. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, we're back again with 5 of the most mediocre sets ever printed in Magic the Gathering's history. Of course, this is a subjective statement because some people might be saying like, oh no, Fallen Empires is the best set ever made, which, you know, that's fine. It's your opinion. Born of the Gods, maybe it's the best set. Who knows, right? Or maybe there is a set that's worse than some of these that you think should have been on this list instead of these ones. That being said, I took a poll before I started the series. These were the 5 sets that most people agreed upon as being some of the worst sets ever made. And by that I mean specifically when they were released, they just had the least amount of impact on, maybe the game, the meta, all that kind of stuff. People were just unimpressed with it when it came out, that kind of stuff. So that's basically what it comes down to. Now, some of these, of course, Homelands and Fallen Empires, are still regarded as some of the worst sets, right? Saviors, Dragon's Maze, Born of the Gods, opinions shift over time, as things change and you get new formats like Pioneer and things like that. Obviously, people might have differing opinions on things like this. Who knows? Anyway, the point is these are the 5 that got voted the most, so that's what we started with. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this little video. We are doing a bit of like a giveaway type thing with this series, and that is if you leave a comment below on this video, letting me know which set you think next week, which of these 5 sets next week do you think will have the most number of white cards, okay? Highest number of white cards. We're not looking at specific highest mana cost or lowest mana cost or anything like that. Just the most white cards out of any one pack, okay? Something we're going to try for next week that we haven't done yet, and that is, I'm not saying it will win, but I'm going to see what the count is going to be for Dragon's Maze if we award it half a point. And by that, we'll do for the same for Born of the Gods and Saviors, but half a point for the most number of white cards, half a point for every multicolor card that comes out that has white in it. So we're going to try that and see where our counts land, and if it's super skewed, we won't include Dragon's Maze, we won't include the multicolor cards. Okay, but if we do half a point, this was brought up by one of my viewers and longtime supporters, was if you do half a point, it works out to about the same numbers as what the other sets have been sort of showing for highest number of cards. So we're going to try that next week, so just keep that in mind when you're putting your votes in. We may include the multicolored cards as half a point, okay, toward highest. So we might end up with some sets that have like 3.5 white cards, right, or 4.5 white cards, or something like that. Maybe what we'll do is we'll round down, right? So if you end up with a set that has 3.5, it rounds down to 3. So that means if it ties with one of these other packs that has 3, then those sets both win that week. That kind of thing. We won't include half because you can't have half of a card. How about that? I mean, you can have half of a card, but we don't count it. I think that's the best way to do it. So we give them half a point for each one, but we round down at the end. So if you get to 4.5, you really only have 4, not 5, kind of thing. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. And we generally open up the packs from most number of votes to least number of votes. And of course, that means that we're starting with Saviors of Kamigawa. And then we're going to, let me just finish this here. Because, prepared as always. Need to just sort this stuff and get my counts properly here. So it looks like we're doing Saviors, Born of the Gods, Dragon's Maze, Homelands, and then Fallen Empires. All right, well, let's get right into it. So again, this week, we're looking for the highest cost red instant or sorcery. Okay, so you can see I'm changing up the requirement for the voting every week. So every week it's different. We have something different, a little bit different, and something hopefully that causes there to be a little bit of competition between all these sets, because as you know, Fallen Empires and Homelands do have a hard time winning some of these categories. Night Soil Kami, Sink into Takanuma, Kitsune Lore Weaver, Sokenzan Spellblade. So we're looking for red instants and sorceries, right? Yeah. Oppressive Will, Fiddlehead Kami, Murmurs from Beyond, Dosen's Oldest Chant, Gnat Miser, Araba Moth Rider. There you go. 4 mana, instant or sorcery. Inner Fire. So that's the one to beat. And it's good that we finally found one, because that means that Saviors of Kamigawa is in the running, which sometimes can happen that it isn't at all. Sokazan Renegade, Overwhelming Intellect, Stampeding Siro, and, ooh, how about Hitsugu's Second Right? Hitsugu's? I think that's how you pronounce it. Hitsugu's? I don't know. Anyway, Hitsugu's Second Right. Instant. So another 4-drop instant. So we'll put it up here. 2 4-drop instants. That's where we're at. Born of the Gods. So we need to have a card that comes out at a higher mana cost than 4, and it needs to be an instant or sorcery in red. Let's see if Born of the Gods can beat it out. Retraction Helix. Great Heart. Weight of the Underworld. Citizen Oathsworn. Excoriate. Rise to the Challenge. So it is in the running, but not really, because we know that it's already beaten out by the 4-drop. Impetuous Sunchaser. Ferris Band Tromper, but at least it's included, I guess. It didn't like just completely whiff. Deep Water Hypnotist. Springleaf Drum. Sangumancy. Eternity Snare. And our rare? Oracle of Bones. Well, is there a foil? I think there's a foil in this pack. Oh, the foil is not what we were looking for, and that is not an instant or sorcery with 4 or greater. So, unfortunately, Born of the Gods left in the dust this week. Left in the dust by double. By double. Because it's 2 4-drops versus its one only 2-drop. Right? Unfortunate. Okay, Dragon's Maze is next. Can Dragon's Maze get there? Now, its red instants and sorceries are going to be limited because of so many multicolored cards in this set. We got Hidden Strings, Boros Cluestone, Orzhov Cluestone, Arachdos Drake, Tithe Drinker, Smelt Ward Gatekeepers, Riot Control, Windrake, Morgue Burst. Ooh, there we go! Punish the Enemy, coming in as a 5-drop, instant or sorcery, pushing Born of the Gods out, or pushing Saviors of Kamigawa out of the lead, I should say. Not Born of the Gods, my goodness. My brain. Showstopper, Trostani's Summoner, Crassus Incubation, and, ooh, Varel, the Hullclad. Varel's a really cool card. I like this card a lot. You can definitely do some very broken things. We got a Boros Guildgate and a Centaur. Varel's very cool. It's a very cool card. Alright. Homelands, can you find us a 5-drop red instant or sorcery? I don't even know if it's possible. Because I don't remember. Well, there's a 3-drop. Evaporate. So it's at least in the running. Another Didgeridoo. My goodness. Didn't we hit a Didgeridoo last week too? Or 2 weeks ago? I think we did. Toot toot, as they say. Alaban's Tower. 2-drop red instant or sorcery. Doesn't beat out the 3 though. Azen Bureaucrats. Abbey Matron. Leaping Lizards, I say. Feast of the Unicorn. And Clockwork Gnomes. So at least every set so far has been in the running. I can't believe we hit a second Didgeridoo. That's kind of funny. I think Didgeridoo is a rare, is it not? I believe it is. Alright, well, we're on to Fallen Empires. Can Fallen Empires take the lead here? Well, let's find out. Homerid Spawning Bed. Is it even... do we think that Fallen Empires is going to be the one set that doesn't meet the requirement this week? That's funny. Hand of Justice, because, I mean, Fallen Empires is a pretty creature-heavy set. Merzine, or whatever. Dwarven Soldiers. Elven Fortress. Armor Thrall. Order of Litber, or Litber. Pharrell's Zealot, and that's it. So, yeah, Fallen Empires doesn't even meet the requirement this week. Disappointment. Disappointment, Fallen Empires. You could have at least had something to at least be like, I'm in the running, yay. Dragon's Maze takes the win this week. Look at that. Takes the win this week. So we're going to just go ahead and pack these all up like so. Just going to put them off to the side over here like this. Saviors of Kamigawa almost got there. 4-drop is pretty good, I have to say. 4-drop is pretty good, but 5-drop beats it out, and we were looking for the highest converted mana cost. So, who have we got? Dragon's Maze. I didn't sort out the people who were in it last week, so do we have any of you in here? Let's see. CF's in there. Matthew's in there. Okay. Let's pull up the rest of the folks here. We've got CF already, so we need Death Gaming, who I believe we have a card for, and if we don't, why is Danny's name in the middle of the other C's? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Alright, Death Gaming. There you are. Boom. Got there. We need Eric C. A lot of Erics. None of them are Eric C, though. So we need a land. And we need a Sharpie. Wherever they are. Here we are. And we need Eric C. There's Eric. Okay, and then we need Matt O, who we have, and then we need Pause. Alright, Pause, where are you at? There he is, Pause B. If you don't know who Pause B is, go check out his channel. He cracks packs too. Just broke 500 subs the other week. 2 weeks ago, I guess, something like that. Congratulations, Pause, on that. That's awesome. Big milestone for you. And then we got Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf. All right. So we have 6 folks here, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We can roll a d6. Nice and easy peasy this week. Remember to get those votes in next week for which set you think will have the, what is it? What did I say? The most number of white cards? Most number of white cards. And we're going to do half points for multicolor cards. Okay, we'll get our trusty Spike Feeders D6 right here. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's roll it up. The Spike Feeder symbol is the 6, just so that we're clear on that. There's a 5. Boom. It wasn't Matthew O. It wasn't Death Gaming. It wasn't CF. It was not Pause. It was not Mr. Wolf. It was, in fact, Eric C. Congratulations, Eric C. You are the lucky winner this week of this sweet Dragon's Maze pack with Varel in it. So, Eric, I believe you are one of my newest patrons as well, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is you that is the newest patron. So I will get this shipped out to you with your grab bags. So I already have your mailing address, so we should be good to go there. For any of you looking to contact me, you can do so on the screen that should show up on the video now. If you need to get me your shipping address or whatever, that's how you do so. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to get your votes in for next week. Most number of white cards. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.